After 50 years in medicine, I've seen just about everything. I've prescribed pills, read charts, and held hands in hospital rooms. But if you were to ask me the most powerful medicine I've ever known, it didn't come from a pharmacy. It came from the earth, from the fruits we put on our plate every day. Today, I'm sharing the 8 fruits that have quietly, gently helped me, and many of my patients stay sharp, strong, and full of life well into our 80s, 90s, and yes, even beyond 100. And no, you don't need to fly to a tropical island to find them. They're probably at your local grocery store right now. If you're over 60 and thinking more about your energy, your memory, and the kind of life you want in the years ahead, this is for you. So, let's sit down. I want to share with you what decades of experience and one good life has taught me. When I first became a doctor, I thought medicine was about solving problems. A symptom? Find a diagnosis. A diagnosis? Write a prescription. But over time, something shifted. I started noticing that the patients who aged the best, who stayed mobile, clear-headed, and joyful, weren't necessarily the ones with the best doctors. They were the ones with the best habits. And more often than not, those habits started in the kitchen. Now, I'm not saying fruit is a miracle cure, but what I am saying is that the right fruits, eaten consistently, can protect your heart, your brain, your digestion, your joints, your skin, your mood, and even your independence. And the best part? They're delicious. Let me walk you through 8 fruits I've eaten almost every single day in my later years, and that I recommend to anyone who wants not just a longer life, but a better one. 1. Blueberries, the brain's little bodyguard. Let's start with one of the smallest, most powerful fruits out there, blueberries. They may look humble, but don't let their size fool you. Blueberries are packed with antioxidants, compounds that fight off the damage caused by stress, pollution, and aging. Several studies have shown that older adults who eat blueberries regularly have better memory and focus. One study even showed improved brain function in just 12 weeks. I started eating blueberries at 65, not because I was sick, but because I wasn't, and I wanted to keep it that way. At 84, I still have them every morning with oatmeal or yogurt, frozen or fresh. It doesn't matter. What matters is the habit. Your brain is like a garden. Blueberries help you water it. 2. Pomegranates, for the heart, the mind, and a little joy. In ancient cultures, this fruit was seen as a symbol of life and longevity, and now we know why. Pomegranates are rich in polyphenols, which protect your heart and blood vessels. They help lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even support memory. I used to tell my patients, if you're worried about your heart or your head, pour yourself a small glass of pomegranate juice a few times a week. I still drink it myself. A few ounces of 100% pure juice, no added sugar, maybe 3 times a week. It's not just about health. There's something deeply satisfying about the ritual. The red color, the flavor, the moment of pause, that's healing too. 3. Bananas, the everyday healer. Now let's talk about bananas. Almost too ordinary to notice, but absolutely essential, especially as we get older. Bananas are loaded with potassium, a mineral that helps keep your heart rhythm steady and your muscles working smoothly. One woman I treated in her 70s had terrible nighttime leg cramps. Nothing helped until I asked, "Do you ever eat bananas?" She laughed and said, I haven't had one in years. I told her to eat one banana a day. 2 weeks later, no more cramps. I have one almost every afternoon. It gives me energy without the crash, and it's gentle on digestion. Plus, it's one of the best natural ways to support your heart. If your joints ache or your blood pressure's creeping up, don't underestimate the banana. 4. Avocados. Brain food in a green shell. Avocados weren't always popular. I remember when people avoided them because of the fat. But now we know better. The fat in avocados, monounsaturated fat, is one of the healthiest things you can eat. It lowers bad cholesterol, supports brain function, and reduces inflammation. They're also full of folate, vitamin E, and omega-9s, nutrients that protect your brain as you age. I once worked with a retired school principal, a sharp guy, but he was worried about early memory loss. We added half an avocado to his daily diet. A few weeks later, he told me, "I feel more here. I like mine on toast with a drizzle of olive oil or in a salad with lemon and pepper. Smooth, satisfying, and smart." 5. Kiwi. Small fruit. Big immune boost. Kiwi may not look like much on the outside, but inside, it's a powerhouse, especially for your immune system. One kiwi has more vitamin C than an orange, plus fiber and potassium. That vitamin C isn't just for cold season. It helps your body repair tissue, absorb iron, and support your skin and bones. I had a widowed gentleman in his early 70s who ate the same breakfast every day, toast, eggs, and coffee. He was feeling sluggish and run down. I suggested adding a kiwi each morning. A few weeks later, he came back with brighter eyes and better energy. "I feel like I turned a corner," he said. It's a simple fruit, but sometimes simple is all we need. 6. Pineapple, the joint soother. Pineapple. Bright, sweet, and quietly powerful. Pineapple contains bromelain, a natural enzyme that reduces inflammation, especially in the joints. One of my patients, a retired carpenter, had stiff knees. I recommended he eat a few slices of fresh pineapple a few times a week. He looked skeptical, but tried it. A month later, he told me, "Doc, I'm sleeping better, walking better." That's bromelain at work. And it's not just for joints. Pineapple also supports digestion and boosts your immune system. Just make sure it's fresh or frozen, not canned in syrup. 7. Apples, the classic, that still works. There's a reason we still say, "An apple a day keeps the doctor away." Apples are rich in pectin, a type of fiber that supports digestion and heart health. They help regulate blood sugar, reduce cholesterol, and even support oral health. Chewing an apple stimulates saliva, which naturally protects your teeth and gums. One of my favorite stories. A couple in their late 70s told me they still share an apple every night after dinner. "We've done it since we were dating," the husband said. "It's not just about health, it's about routine, connection, and care. Eat them with the skin on. That's where the magic lives." 8. Red grapes, the fruit of longevity. Last but not least, red grapes. Red grapes contain resveratrol, an antioxidant linked to heart health, brain protection, and longer life. It's the same compound found in red wine, and a key player in what's called the French paradox. I had a dear friend, mid-80s, who had a little ritual. Sit on the porch every afternoon with a handful of grapes and a glass of water. "It makes me feel grounded," he said. Grapes also support circulation, vision, and immunity. No prep, no fuss, just rinse and eat. A handful a day is all you need. So there you have it. 8 fruits, 8 small choices, 1 long, healthy life. You don't have to change everything overnight. But what if tomorrow morning you reached for blueberries instead of a muffin? What if you added a kiwi to breakfast or a few grapes to your afternoon routine? These little acts, done consistently, build habits, and habits build health. As a doctor, I've seen the difference, not just in charts and numbers, but in faces, in energy, in the way people live. And if you're watching this, chances are you're not done living, not by a long shot. So, eat the fruit, make the tea, take the walk, not to chase youth, but to honor the years still ahead of you. Because life after 60 isn't the end of the book. It's a new chapter, and it can be your best one yet. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this video brought you peace, encouragement, or inspiration, remember to like and subscribe, share it with someone you care about. We're all in this together. Stay well, stay curious, and remember, every day is a fresh chance to care for the life you've been given.